Fall is a big time for movies. It's about this time every year that award season kicks off, which means theaters and streamers are absolutely stuffed with high-quality dramas that will vie for Oscars, Golden Globes and more in the coming months. That doesn't mean that movies with more commercial appeal won't be available, however, as hits like Cinderella and Shanghai and The Legend of the Ten Rings have already made waves with fans. With a busy few months ahead for movie fans, here's a look at the fall's most anticipated titles. A relatively fresh property from Broadway, Dear Evan Hansen tells the musical tale of a young man who pretends to have known another student who tragically passed away. The titular Evan becomes close with his late classmates' friends and family while learning about who he really is. Cast: Ben Platt, Amy Adams, Julianne Moore, Amandla Stenberg, Caitlin Dever and more. Rated PG-13. The sequel to 2018's Venom, Let There Be Carnage sees Eddie Brock take on a similar symbiotic superpowered individual, this time in the form of Woody Harrelson's Cletus Cassidy, also known as the Vicious Carnage. Cast: Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, Michelle Williams, Naomi Harris and more. Rated PG-13. Delayed several times by the coronavirus pandemic, James Bond is set to return to cinemas in No Time to Die. The film will follow 007 after his short-lived retirement is ended when he's recruited by the CIA to take on enemies with a brand new mysterious technology. This movie is said to be Daniel Craig's last turn as the iconic spy before the mantle is presumably passed to another cast: Daniel Craig, Ana de Armas, Rami Malek, Lashana Lynch, Naomi Harris and more. Rated PG-13. Like all Warner Bros. Properties released this year, Dune is set to hit theaters and premiere on HBO Max on the same day after debuting at the Venice Film Festival earlier this summer. The movie, based on the classic sci-fi novel, tells the story of a son of a noble family who must protect an asset vital to the galaxy. Cast: Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac and more. Rated PG-13. Last Night in Soho is set to be a trippy thriller following an aspiring London designer who gets tangled up in a decades-old crime when she gets too close to an aspiring singer during strange dream-like visions. Cast: Anya Taylor-Joy, Thomasin McKenzie, Diana Rigg, Matt Smith and more. Rated TBA. After the success of The Crown, it makes sense that audiences might be interested in taking a dive into the past of the royal family. Spencer is set to follow Princess Diana during a Christmas visit with the royal family to their famous Sandringham estate in England, in which she decides to end her marriage to Prince Charles. Cast: Kristen Stewart, Timothy Spall, Sally Hawkins and more. Rated TBA. It seems that Marvel Studios can't seem to misstep, so they're going big with Eternals. The film will follow a group of superpowered and immortal guardians of the planet Earth who must take action to save its citizens despite being sworn not to interfere in human affairs. Cast: Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Kit Harington, Richard Madden and more. Rated TBA. Netflix's long-await blockbuster Red Notice will follow an FBI agent as he tracks a world-famous art thief. Cast: Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot and more. Rated TBA. Known as one of Netflix's biggest awards plays of the year, Tick, Tick, Boom! Is Lin-Manuel Miranda's featured directorial debut and is based on the popular off-Broadway musical of the same name. It was written by Rent scribe Jonathan Larson and is a semi-autobiographical tale about a composer waiting for his big break as he nears his 30th birthday. Cast: Andrew Garfield, Vanessa Hudgens, Judith Light, Bradley Whitford and more. Rated PG-13. The Ghostbusters franchise is being brought back to life once again with a direct continuation of the original film starring Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. In the upcoming third installment, a single mother and her children move to a small town and learn of their connection to the original ghost hunting gang. Alongside the new cast, Murray, Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson and Annie Potts are set to reprise their iconic cast. Paul Rudd, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Carrie Coon and more. Rated PG-13. Award season is in full swing with the haughtily anticipated flick House of Gucci, which will see an all-star cast tackle the story of Patrizia and Mauricio Gucci. As various members of the famous fashion family vie for power, Patrizia makes an irreversible call and puts out a hit on her husband, the grandson of the iconic Guccio Gucci cast, Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Jared Leto, Al Pacino, Salma Hayek and more. Rated TBA. Rated. A celebration of Colombian heritage, Disney's Encanto will tell the musical story of a young girl who must learn to live with the fact that she is the only member of her family not to possess magical powers. Original songs will be written by Hamilton Scribe and Tick, Tick, Boom, director Miranda. Cast: Stephanie Beatriz, Wilmer Valderrama, Diane Guerrero and more. Rated TBA.